All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is week 7 for the NFL. Speaking of week 7, how about 7 seconds, huh? We're still on vacation, obviously, here, but I am still doing a video here. Now, the NFL video will be a little bit different. Obviously, usually, we're going through each and every game on today's slate, or this week's slate, giving you my thoughts on it, and then letting you guys know my final plays in the pinned comment. Now, the final plays will be in today's video, which is different. If anything changes or anything like that, we'll still update you guys in the pinned comment, but I only have 3 plays to send your way in today's video. Now, hopefully the mic sounds okay. The video, it's dark out right now. I'm a little bit blurry. I know, a little bit delayed, but nonetheless, we're still getting a video out while we are on vacation. Hopefully, you guys do appreciate that and appreciate that we're still grinding for you guys while on vacation. We went 5-0. 5-0 in this same video last week, and then we followed it up with a Monday Night Football 4-1 night. So, you know, we didn't have a great week 2 weeks ago. We can admit that, right? I admitted it on the channel. I admitted it in that video. But 5-0 in this video. Now I have 3 plays. Let's go 3-0 in these plays. We got 2 spread picks and then 1 player prop that I want to jump into in today's video. Before we do that, guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I understand this is not the quality of our video per usual. But still, you know, we're on vacation. I love doing that. And I love making videos as well. So we're trying to marry the two right now here. We've made some upgrades. You know, if you've seen the MLB videos, you've probably seen this a couple days in advance. But we have a new camera that we're using on vacation. Yes, it's a little bit maybe not as great at nighttime as is in the daytime. We have a lav mic here. Hopefully you can hear me well enough, I guess. Hopefully we're up to par to some degree. But I won't ramble anymore because it's going to be a shorter video than normal. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Any sort of technical feedback, let me know in the comments too. If the mic's too loud, it's too quiet, the camera's too bright, whatever it is, right? If I look like too much of a snack, you'd have to let me know. I already know the answer to that one. But let's go ahead and jump into it. The first game that we're looking at is going to be Tampa Bay taking on the Atlanta Falcons here. I have a spread pick in this game that I do really like, and I think that it may be a mispriced line in my opinion. I think you have 2 teams that are sitting here as, you know, not the best of teams. Tampa Bay sitting at 3-2, Atlanta 3-3, but Atlanta against the spread 1-5, and they haven't played like the craziest of teams. Carolina, Green Bay, Detroit, Jacksonville, Houston, Washington. I like Tampa Bay minus the 2.5 points here. Yes, like I said, they they're kind of in the same boat as Atlanta. I can admit that, but I do think that they are the better team. They're coming off of a bad loss to Detroit, but you could say Atlanta's coming off of a fairly meh loss against Washington as well. This comes down to the defense for me, okay? This is a Tampa Bay team that is a legitimate defense, and I can admit that earlier in the year, I talked a while, or at least in multiple videos, about how I think Atlanta has a good defense. I don't know if that's the case. I think they're ranked 25th or something like that in terms of defensive DVOA, whereas you have a Tampa Bay team that's damn near top 10, maybe even top 10 at the time of recording this, right? So I think this is going to come down to a defensive game. I like Tampa Bay. I also don't mind the under right now, but I think that Vegas has sussed it out. It's sitting at 37 right now. So we know that Vegas knows that this is a low-scoring game, or at least should be, right? But nonetheless, give me Tampa Bay minus 2.5. I'm betting on that defense. Now, if we want to talk offense, sure, Bijan Robinson's a stud. I don't know if I'm willing to put the nail in the coffin in terms of what we know from Desmond Ridder. Is Kyle Pitts going to be involved? Drake, like any of these guys on the Atlanta offense, I don't know if we've sussed out what that is yet, right? Baker Mayfield, I've kind of been notorious for it in these videos saying I don't really love Baker. I think that, you know, especially a couple weeks ago when he had the primetime games kind of overhyped, blah, blah, blah. But he's a better quarterback than Desmond Ridder. And I think that that is saying something 100%. So give me Tampa Bay minus 2.5 here. I'm betting on their defense. That's a legit defense, guys. A legit defense. If it was 3.5, I might pass on this game. But a low-scoring game, minus 2.5, they can squeak this one out. I will take it. Again, it's all defense for me, but even the quarterbacks, I don't believe in Desmond Ridder yet. Baker Mayfield, I don't like. He's better than Ridder. Give me Tampa Bay minus 2.5. That's pick number 1. All right, pick number 2. This one may be controversial because they're dealing with some injuries, and I understand why someone might be on the other side of it. I'm looking at the LA Rams here minus the 3 points against the Steelers. They're down a couple running backs, right? We know that, but I still do trust that this offense is only starting to come along. Now, did they look great against the Eagles? No, that was maybe their first, would you say, big test or even test of the season? It's tough to say that because they played against San Francisco, they played against Cincinnati, who maybe wasn't good then, but either way, like, I think the Eagles was the game where the eyes were on them, right? They lose 23-14. The game probably could have been even worse, if we're being completely honest. But this is an LA team that, they went up against and played Arizona last week. They were 7-point favorites, right? They win 26-9. Like, they did what they should. This is a team that I think is better than what's being talked about with them. Now, like I said, a couple running backs out. They're injured. I understand that. But this is a Steelers team that we still don't really know anything about, other than they have a good defense. But the edge here is the fact that, yes, the Steelers have a good pass defense. They rank near the bottom third of the league when it comes to DVOA against rushing defense, right? So you're looking at a team that now, okay, the big reason why I would say the Rams aren't favored by 4.5 to 6 points in this one is because their rushing game, they have a guy coming from the practice squad. They got a rookie playing. Like, they don't have the biggest rush attack this week. But that is sort of where the Steelers struggle defensively. So I think that might be a wash altogether. And if you're going to give me, now, yes, better defense on the Steelers side of things, I think that'd be crazy to not acknowledge that. But if you're going to give me Matt Stafford versus Kenny Pickett, you're going to give me George Pickens, Deontay Johnson comes back even still against, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. Like, these are two teams on different planes. And, oh, yeah, let's remember that even though this Rams defense isn't good, they have some of the better and maybe one of the best in the league playmakers on defense, right? So a couple times per game, this guy is a risk and to be able to cause something to happen. I'm trusting this on the offensive end. I know we talked about Tampa Bay. I'm trusting the defense for them, right? The Rams, I'm looking at them to be able to, every time they need to execute on offense, they go and do it. What's a great thing that Matt Stafford does? Third downs. The guy loves third downs. He converts third downs. If they can do that against the Steelers team, see you later. -3 is a cakewalk. They win this one by a touchdown. I like the spot for them here. And again, I think this line is lower because their running backs are out. But what people don't seem to be sniffing out is that's not really what, the Steelers strive in. Like, the Steelers aren't the best run defense. You could plug anyone in and they might have a meh game against the Steelers, which allows that Rams offense to continue to go. Rams -3, pick number 2. All right, guys, we have a player prop coming up next. Before we do jump into that, I do want to take a second. If you're still watching this, let me know in the comments by commenting 8. We love doing that on the channel, but I will say, thank you guys so much. If you did make it through, I know the video quality, look at my hands, blurry. I know it's not as great. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. We are not even in the United States when we record this. We're grinding for you guys. Hopefully you guys do appreciate that. I would not want to do this types of video if I didn't know that you guys, it was captivating you guys and we had the engagement in the community that we've built so far through the NFL season, but just over time as well. Like, I love getting the comments of the names that I continuously see. So I did want to take a break to, I guess, give you guys like a thank you so much and all the support, the cliche things to say, right? Before getting to the player prop that we have, because it really is just like a crazy thing that we could post a video that I would say that I'm proud that I'm doing, but I wish we had the better production quality, which who wouldn't, right? But you guys are still there watching it. So if you're still watching this point, thank you guys so damn much. All right, now it is time for player prop time. And before we do that, we're getting ballsy with this one because I think it is a 2-unit play. Now, if it's not a 2-unit play, I'll put it in the comments saying, hey, this is a 1-unit play I pushed out. But I like this spot for Austin Eckler over 12.5 rushing attempts. It's not the sexiest of plays, but when you think about it, he came back obviously from injury last week and rushed 14 times. Against the Cowboys, they lost that game. It was a close game. I don't want to say that they needed to run the ball more. They didn't. But this is a team that, Justin Herbert was their second rusher in that game. Kelly got 1 carry. This is a Austin Eckler prop that should be a lock had he not been injured recently. They're playing the Chiefs. If the Chiefs go out there and blow them out, fine, I'll give it to you. But I think the Chargers keep this one close. I think Eckler could rush for near 20 attempts, not 20, maybe call it 16 to 18, giving such a margin here from the line at 12.5. Again, this comes from one. Look at who they're giving the ball to. Even when he comes back from injury, he's getting damn near all the running back carries. Secondarily, are we going to act like this guy, just because he came back from injury and now he's healthy, right? We're going to act like he's not one of the best running backs in the league? This is Austin Eckler. 12.5 carries. Even if Kansas City runs away with this, he could hit, 10, 11, 12 carries in the first half if the Chargers decide to go with that game plan, right? And I don't necessarily think that this Chiefs defense is getting better the more you watch it, but they're great at getting after the quarterback, right? They are. Justin Herbert struggles when defenses get to him. We talked about that on the Sunday Night Football, video there. If I know that, the Chiefs know that. If you know that, the Chiefs know that. The Chiefs are going to rush at Justin Herbert, meaning Austin Eckler is going to have his opportunities. He's going to have his draws. He's going to have his chances where even when it's a pass situation, the Chargers are going to try and get the Chiefs off guard, give him the ball. I love Austin Eckler, 12.5. Now, if it wasn't for these, we're not even in the U.S., right? Like I said, if it wasn't for these, I don't know if I'd be throwing 2 units on this bad boy. But I like Austin Eckler over 12.5 rushing attempts. I think he gets damn near 18. You can watch this back and call me crazy afterwards, but I love the spot for him. We're rolling with it, guys. Austin Eckler over 12.5. So to recap there, guys, for today's video, we have Tampa Bay minus 2.5, LA Rams minus 3, and then Eckler over 12.5 attempts. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. Again, if you're still watching at this point, I owe you the world, because the fact that I'm even doing this on vacation and whatnot kind of is a testament to you guys, how great you guys have been and supportive you guys have been. But nonetheless, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next video, all right? Peace out.